Hello and welcome back to Wireman's Whimsy. Today I am going to do a Throwback Thursday card, and the throwback is using the Peony Garden Designer Series paper. This was one of my absolute favorite sets, and today I am creating a quilted card using the beautiful shapes dies. I've got the 2 hexies and then the half hexies, and I'm using the greeting from the Hello Beautiful set, So Happy to Know You. You can bundle order this, or you can order the individual elements. But what I've done is I have cut out a piece of the Blushing Bride. Nope, sorry, it's Petal Pink. I apologize. It's Petal Pink, and I've done a side opening landscape card, which means I've taken my 8.5 by 11 and I have cut it at 5.5 and then scored it 4.25, so it's a side opening card. And then I have got a gray granite 5.25 by 4 matte, and I have got a 5 by 3 3/4 piece of basic white. Now it works perfectly this way, and you just have to trim a little tiny bit off the edge when you're done. What it means is your border top and bottom are just slightly wider, but it's not really noticeable. And then I use 2 other dies from the Beautiful Shapes to make the greeting. And what it does, these have got like embossing pieces in them too, so you get this nice kind of outline around it as well. So I'm combining the Peony Garden Designer Series paper, which is my throwback because it is retired, with a brand new set, Hello Beautiful, with the Beautiful Shapes dies. So to make this card, we need to take our 5 by 3 3/4 piece of basic white, and we need to put adhesive all around it. We actually need 21 hexagons. I've cut a few more out just to kind of help me with the pattern. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put adhesive all the way around the edge, except I'm going to skip just that little skinny bit at the bottom there because I know I'm going to be cutting it off. So I'm just going to come in from the edge. I'm actually going to do it this way so that I can see my edge. I'm just going to come in, and I can do that again because I went a little bit wide. And then I'm just going to put adhesive strips. This is one of the reasons I did it as a side opening landscape card, because there's a lot of adhesive on here and it can make it a little bit heavy. So what we do is we just start building our card. I'm literally just going to place this, and of course it's sticky because you've got adhesive all over it, at the edge and right at the top edge there. And then I'm going to come in. What you can do is you can build your first row. You take the half hexagon and you just line it up along the top like that. And your first row, if you get your first row 100% straight, you are golden. So I'm going to grab another one, and I'm just going to start building just so that I have a reference point for this first row, so I get the first row straight. Okay, and then I'm just going to come in with another half hexagon. When I saw this set, I absolutely loved it. And of course, my mind immediately went to, making quilts and that. So this one is definitely near and dear to my heart. Don't worry about the little edges that are missing because we will fix those just a little bit later. And this goes right to the corner. I'm just going to use my piercing tool to pick that up a little bit so I can move it so it's right on the edge. Then we can take a look, and we've got, this one is just a little bit proud, but that's okay. We're good there. And basically, you just build. You just keep adding your hexagons in. And as with quilting, I'm staggering my colors so that I don't have two of the same pattern next to each other. So I'm going to build the rest of this. You can feel free to fast forward to the end bits, or how I did the edges if you like. I won't be offended. I won't even know. So I am just going to continue to build the card out. I'm just, you know, honestly, I just choose and go. Whichever piece seems to strike my fancy is the piece I put in. I try and use them evenly so that I don't end up stuck at the end with kind of two pieces that match each other. If that happens, you can always just cut another piece. It's, you know, it's that simple. I liked the Peony Garden paper for this because it is all the colors matched. It was a really good set. You could really do this as a fun and flirty card. You could use the pansy paper to do this, and it would really, really jazz everything up. I am going to use this one here, except I've stuck it down now in the adhesive, so I'm just going to peel it up and then pop it in. There we go. And you can lay all this out beforehand if you want, but you don't actually need to. You can just keep building all the way. I'm going to put this dark one over here now. And you just, like I say, I've got a few left. I did cut some extra ones just so that I had some options if I needed them. I'm going to pop this one here like this. And then you can see I've got that little bit of a gap at the bottom there. So now I'm going to put this one in here like this. And then I, whoops, flip it over. I need to decide which one I'm going to put in here. And I think I'm going to put the plain one in here. Okay, so now I need to fill in my gaps here. So I'm going to use this one here. Just going to line everything up. There we go. I'm going to use this one on this edge like this. And then I'll put this one. See, it's got two sides, so I can match up. And I'm just going to pop that one in like that. Okay, so I'm going to trim off my edge now. And just make sure I'm squared up. And okay. There we go. So I've got that, just that little edge taken off. All right. Now, to do these edges, you can take any piece you want and it will just fit in like that. And that's why I put adhesive all the way to the edge. And then you're just going to trim it off, even with the edge. So you can use the other side. That didn't work. How am I going to do that? Nope, not that way. Okay, so you just keep filling in those edges, lining everything up and trimming it off. Again, you can fast forward to the end if you like, because it will just take a bit to do this. Normally I would have, you know, the card pretty much done and just fill the last bits in, but I wanted to show you the whole process of how you build out that kind of grid of hexagons to build your card face. So again, we're just going to trim, and I'm a little wide on that, so we'll trim that and just trim that little corner off. So that's that side finished. And now we can come in on this side, just press that up against the edge and then trim it off. Oops, I can trim that a little bit more. Let's just, there we go. And then I need to put, what do I have left? Just pop that in like that. And I haven't forgotten about those little corners that are sticking out, so we will deal with those as well. And I need to put one more of these in, and I'm going to do it that way. Okay, and then just trim it off. Okay, so now on these little edges, I can come in with these pieces that I used before, and I'm going to use, is this one going to work? This one will work. I'm just going to slide that in like that, stick it down, and trim it off. There we go. And then just make sure that edge is really secure there. We'll do the same at the bottom here. We'll just slide that piece in like that and trim it off. Make sure it's really adhered well. Make sure your edges are all in, and you can flip it over and make sure you don't have any overhang. And that is the front of your card. It does take a little bit of time to cut out all the hexagons, I will not lie. It's a bit labor intensive, but the effect is gorgeous. So I'm going to take my gray granite mat. I'm going to drop that down like that. And then I'm going to take this and I am going to adhere it to the front. And as I said, because we've trimmed it, it's a little taller top and bottom. So you won't get an exact kind of equal border all the way around. And then you take your Happy to Know You that you've stamped, and I flat mounted it to the gray granite background, and then I use dimensionals, and I'm just popping it down like that. And there is your card. It's a Throwback Thursday using the Peony Garden designer series paper, and then also using the Hello Beautiful stamp set and the Beautiful Shapes dies. So thank you so much for watching, and let's create together again soon.